and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Mokanaman at YouTube with another Model Expo event vlog. Yay! Packing everything away for the show. I'll be entering these three models, presenting a talk on 3D printing, especially my experience with UV reactive resin stuff like SLA and DLP, and finally showing my messy workshop, trading as the salt mines with a whole retail booth. We will document all aspects of the next 3 days on the Queen's birthday at the Sandown race course in the month of June. 5:30 in the morning, all the boxes are here and the truck's just arrived. It was a long drive, but we arrived way too early and everything's locked up. And just about ready to set up. What's up, Dante?
What's up? Loading up.
All the boxes laid out and about the same spot as last year, so near the entrance. Trust me when I say the stuff that I've packed and stocked is all the really good classic stuff. This is everything outside of the box so far, and we're open for business. Sold all the Star Wars kits. Yeah, all the Star Wars kits. About 4 or 5 hours in, and we've really cut the level of stock. It's been a few more hours and it's just non-stop, sale after sale. The tables are getting barer, but hey, that's good news. The first day is when it always counts at the Model Expo. That's the sort of look I'm looking for. And I call this the almighty wall of bootlegs. Ha, nice. This thing was found in an op shop. It was given to me before put on sale. Absolutely untouched, original, way back from the day when I was doing it. Classic. A lot of fun hunting down, importing and passing off. People have really been enjoying these. Had these girls for a while. Yeah, I was probably a bit unclear, but some guy just bought like all the Star Wars kits, 600 worth. Importing this was a mistake. About 15 till the end of the day, going to start packing up. It's been a bit slower for the past hour or so, but pretty good. Across the hall, sort of like God hand stall, and yeah, tried to sell them one of my dodgy nippers. That definitely didn't go anywhere. Helped a few people with airbrushes. Very, very happy and successful with how things are going. Just a few big lots and bulk going down, which I may have not have mentioned. I came in here with the big truck, but I'm returning home with the small car. Packed up for the night, ready to go. So my man, are you turning those fat stacks?
Yeah, why not?
Me and the homeboys are leaving. It's been a very good day. Couldn't talk a lot in there. It's very similar to last year, but we brought some really good stuff. Dante's been on the phone to me all week and sort of talking about what to bring for his place. As we know, the storefront doesn't exist anymore, but to my surprise, I'm very glad to hear that Animasia is still trading in spirit through WeChat. Check the link out for sure.
Yeah, sure. Check the Facebook though.
Facebook too, I'll lead you there. For now, we're going to rest, buy some drinks, get dinner, and have a good time. As we're walking out, we will pan to the Model Expo sign. So, good night, showgrounds.
Holy fuck.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Mother of God. Tomato. No. Maybe. Choices. Works for me.
It forces you to use your core. So many offensive maneuvers and strength. So much of Seth's offense is based around that.
Oh yeah, day 2. No hangover.
You undercut
Some RC cars right here.
There you go.
This photo's costing me 2 slabs.
You got it.
Entrance. I realised I forgot to enter or film the entering process of the competition. Can't be more happy with how we traded yesterday. It was a mix of everything. And we've definitely cut down on bulk. Since it was the same as last year, we were setting up and selling at the same time. Setting up was definitely rushed. So we can have an overview of the whole area. Down below we've got all the parts, junk kits, kits of missing bits, some bits and pieces, resin. We'll ignore the bootleg DVDs. They were bought very cheap. And go for the junk kits to proper kits. And there's a bunch of interesting things. We purely get these for the kids, so they got something to choose and stuff up by themselves. And the Warhammer was found very cheap. Pretty arms, bit of taste of some Supernova Gundam, and of course the Russian Ushankas sell very well. But having a very close pan along, there's a range of a lot of different things, but definitely a lack of military. There is a strong presence of this at this show, but at the end of your rarities that you don't normally see is a bit of a welcome change and a different flavour to this sort of event. We might go for a bit of a walk around. Good morning, Dante.
Good morning.
The event also hosts the Australian Championships. Got the trophies for every category. They're sponsored by each sponsor or shop, business, club that pays to display here. First time looking at this guy again, our Mecha Kangaroo, now with decals. Helped my mates and choose out and get them custom made. He did a wonderful job of clear coating and marketing right in the scratch built section. So I hope he does very, very well. Just a large hub of tools and kits. Now entering the competition, one of the most popular ones is, and you'll see in the Model Video Expo these in greater detail. I've entered the 2 Mushroom Krieger capsule dioramas, just to have something on the table. Just a little further from that is the science fiction fantasy figures, and as our joke entry we have Sonichu. Metro Hobby is just opening up. The other end of the hall, Gundam category, lots of entries. Some of the clubs do some very intense and elaborate displays. NWA Wargaming guys in the middle. More Gundams. This is the little walkway that we're based in. Starting to see my dodgy and shady store. How everything is organised is each ring or island of tables is allocated by a number, and that's how you find things out. I'll probably take photos of a couple of islands and finish it off tomorrow. A few hours in, a bit slow but making do. Went to do my talk at 1 o'clock, but it turns out to be 2. Had a very healthy lunch of fried chips and fish, and came across a gentleman at the same table who contributes to my Q&A. Very small world. Had a few airbrush problems. Happy to help him. Working in the stall a bit longer to see friends, and we'll head off again. Getting there slowly. Save this for after the talk. Now, Dante, what is exactly this?
It's a metal build made by Bandai's The Machination, which is a pre-built Gundam that has metal composite, and it's their premium production line. which is going really well for them.
In other words, it's a very expensive toy. We did have our talk. I think everyone was a bit quiet, didn't ask a lot of questions, but did okay. And we've got the guys at the booth, you know, Wedge Man and all that sort of thing. Bit slow trading, but we do the very best we can, don't we, guys? Ladies,
Got a lot of materials.
not you. It's Benny's, man. So this guy just walks in. It was like, hey, I sold my metal build. Yeah. He's like, you know, you peasant, dirty shop and stuff. It's Benny's Moby Dick.
Only guy who got my build, man.
Yeah, man, I'm the only guy with Benny's Mobile Dick. Out of absolute utter shock, I found this. Can't believe I have another G-Armor. This is one of the worst kits ever made by Bandai. And if I don't sell this one, I'm afraid I'm going to have to build it. You know what? I'm actually going to build it. It's mine. I'm taking it home. Yep. Tell anyone I'm drinking this year, alright? PhD man child. And the day. No big sales, but can't complain. Is up for the night. Last morning, rained a bit. Very good night of a few drinks with the guys. And I've done some pretty messed up things in Red Dead Redemption 2, playing it for the first time. A lot of horses. Really copped it. Random bag of goodies. And we've got the swap and sell line, or the scratch and sniff line. Very small room. These are very cool. I don't want one now. Indeed. Store is still closed, and we're walking around to take photos and see some more models. Hello guys. Found the category that's been sponsored, Salt Mine Hobbies. For each kit that's left, I'm leaving a small ship model to build. When I was an intermediate junior, like 15 more years ago, we'd always get a free kit just for entering as encouragement. The tradition should continue. Walking around, we found a YouTuber, Andrew Arts and Models, has done these two tanks. And I'm going to put his link in the description section, because why not? Done with our photo taking, it's time to set up and do trade. This is the Animasia table. You can see there's a lot of stuff from the old shop, there's some new stuff. Plenty in a very healthy variety of kits and some extras. Next door we've got God Hands, and they've got a huge selection of tools, as well as their very famous nippers. There's a lot of interesting models out there, and that will be made into a separate video, edited up and uploaded in some period of time once the computer issues are sorted. There's a handy catalogue to perusal, all be available in Australia widely. 10:30, the hall is open, everyone is slowly coming in, and we're ready for final day business. The display in some areas had to change around due to holes or pockets of stock and different things moving around. Breakfast of Champs. A few hours after opening, and we're quite packed, doing okay sales. And I've also pulled out the body pillows, the last of the stock that's hidden packed. Had two friends drop past. One gave me some blended apple juice, monkey shoulder, and a hot coffee, so we'll Irish it up. What ceremony's on? A lot of people still walking around. We have moved a lot of goods, so it's very messy and barren. We're going to keep going until people start removing the models off the tables, and we'll start the packing process. Haven't had a count yet, but a lot of bulk has been moved. Now start sauntering. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You need some girls holding that. That's a problem.
Everyone's starting to strip their models off the table, and I'll probably start thinking about packing up. This is what the trophies look like, man. Well done, Glenn. The look of the display is completely different from the start of the weekend. Just retrieved my model from display, and the chaos continues. Check out how good these are. Win anything?
Yeah, first and second on the ships, but
Congratulations, man.
of course I had to break some of it off
Oh
for
yeah.
the round.
Slowly packing up. Night time, and we made it home at the very end. Everything we have come home with. All the bookkeeping done. And we are back in the studio, finished with Model Expo. I don't know if the vlog has come out good or not. It's just quick few second looks of the process, the days, my thoughts, feelings, what I'm getting up to, and experience and resting afterwards. I was very lucky that the Sunday night I got a fair amount of sleep, and we did watch New Japan Wrestling, which was far more interesting entertainment than what happened in Saudi Arabia. All of that set aside, excellent weekend. Entered in some very tough categories. Didn't go far there, but they were very small models. Didn't have the time to enter anything big or prepare anything quite serious, but always glad to compete and contribute something to the tables to make the spectacle that is Model Expo. The more on the tables, the bigger reason for people to come contribute and just make the whole weekend. As a trader, did very well, just finished the bookkeeping side of things, and more or less tenfold my original investment, making it very worthwhile and closing the gap of the goal of sustaining the whole Mokanaman studio salt mine hobby shop as some sort of part-time endeavour. A lot more of that when the vlog comes out, which may be before or after this video. Had an absolute blast, came back with a lot less than I initially took there. The talk was, I probably felt by my standards of making videos, a bit dry. People took a lot from it, came back and had further conversations about how they can produce what they want and start incorporating it in their models. I'll review that footage and see if it is worthwhile uploading it to the channel, and if it's a bit crap, maybe just on the PhD Manchild if anyone is inclined to check that out. I definitely feel it is worthwhile that I will go back to trade next year. I got the chance to catch up with the guys from Hobbyco, the God Hands people, a lot of the shops across Melbourne from the team at Metro, Hearns, Andrews, Gundams Plus, all came past to say hello, as well as many other regulars, popular faces in the hobby, other YouTubers, and I'm very grateful and thankful for the many people that just happen to recognise my voice and not seen a lot of videos and go, hey, are you this guy that helped me out, or the people that are more fans and seen everything and just hang out with me for a little while. Very interesting, a bit of a story. The childhood friend all the way back in primary, high school that introduced me to model in the hobby, that lived very close to my growing up location, came to visit me, and we hit up a new friendship and carried on. We'll probably meet up to do some builds. So the guy who mentored me and introduced me is back in the picture, and that is really happy. Made me very it took me way back in the very early days before any of this happened, so it's quite a surprise that I've pushed as far as just initial of a couple of Warhammer miniatures and a few badly assembled Soviet aircraft. Got to see catch up with a lot of friends I haven't seen for a very long time, as I've withdrawn a bit from the hobby, but I think it's probably a new chapter and a new time to start spreading out in a completely different aspect. All in all, a very positive attitude. Out of all this of just a journey event vlog of setting up, packing up, and the whole side of running a hobby event store, which mine is definitely very unusual with bags of spare parts and second-hand kits imported from overseas. Might be an interesting insight for those that have never experienced the other side of events of the retail or the organising side of such an endeavour. All in all, after all of this, there will be a video of a basic review of Model Expo, slideshowing my favourite photos that I've taken around the place, and a vlog about what's going on with the channel, because at the moment my channel's not online, not producing videos, don't have a means of editing this footage, but it should be fixed very shortly. All of that said, done, put aside, thank you very much for watching. I know you guys are starting to like these longer videos and honest feelings and just more guerrilla style, almost early 2000s vlogs, and we'll pretty much keep it up and see where we go from here. Catch you guys next time. Thank you. And if you're in Melbourne or Australia next year Model Expo, you'll catch me. And if you want to see another event more on the Gundam anime convention side of things, closer to August is Animanga, where I'll be hosting that modelling workshop with an appearance from the salt mines. And even though there is a business and money element to all of this, at no point I ever ask for support, and will always be happy to interact, give advice, talk to you guys without any expectation of anything in return. It's just a hobby giving back very naturally, as how business does. So never feel pressured, and I'm just happy to talk, hang out, and have fun in all of this. Catch you guys next time, and thank you for watching. See ya!